Hello again, fellow traders. Today I want to share with you some quick due diligence on Amazon.com, and we'll talk about some of the history of Amazon.com, some of my experience with their history. I remember when they were founded, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that. I won't bore you too much. And then we'll do our due diligence. We'll do some analysis as to whether we think Amazon is a stock to buy now. Is it good for swing trade? Is it good for long-term investment, or should we avoid it at this time? And then at the end, please stick around to the end. I'd like to share with you some of my opinions and some of my personal experience working with Amazon and my opinions regarding where I can see Amazon going in the future and some potential opportunities for Amazon. So hope you'll stick around, and let's get started. Okay, just a very brief history of Amazon.com and some of my experience with the history of Amazon.com is Amazon was founded in 1994, and I remember when that happened. And I was already doing significant business and networking on the internet back in 1994, and everyone that was doing business on the internet at that time had affiliate links to books.com. That's where everybody bought books on the internet online back in 1994. And we remember when Amazon came out and said they were selling books, and everybody kind of laughed and said, well, who's going to buy books online from a place called Amazon? Everybody buys books from books.com. Well, you can see how wrong we were. Now, Amazon sells much more than books, and we'll see that in a second. And as of yesterday, on March 2nd, this is our due diligence as of March 3rd, Amazon announced they were selling all of their brick-and-mortar bookstores. Well, I didn't even know Amazon had brick-and-mortar bookstores. We'll talk about some of their other physical presence, brick-and-mortar presence later, but now we can see, if we go to Amazon's home page, we can see there are much more than just books. And if we go to the bottom of the page, we can quickly see all of the different businesses that Amazon has evolved into and is now in. Now again, at the end of the video, I'll talk about my opinions as to where I see Amazon going, some of the future of Amazon, etc., and the potential for your investing, the stock buying, etc. But we can see now they have resellers. They allow resellers to sell on their platform. We'll talk about that. They have music, the Kindle and Audible. They're in the movies. They have Whole Foods and grocery, Amazon Fresh. Obviously, they do advertising. We'll also talk about some of their financial aspects. Kindle, I remember when that first came out. They now own Ring, etc. Again, so Amazon is so much more than when they originally came out in 1994 as an online bookstore. We will also focus and talk about their cloud platform and Amazon Web Services and their artificial intelligence machine learning capabilities. I have some personal experience in these areas. We'll also talk about some of their logistics, their warehousing, etc., and their transportation. And all that, so we can see how broad Amazon's capabilities are nowadays. So we'll talk about that at the end of the video, but for now, let's dig into the due diligence on their stock and see if this is a stock we want to buy now. Okay, let's start our due diligence on Amazon.com. Ticker symbol AMZN to see if Amazon's a stock we want to buy now, short-term, long-term, etc., as of March 3rd, 2022. And I'm on Amazon's profile in Chartmill. I like Chartmill as a quick and easy way to do some quick due diligence. You should be able to find the link directly to this Amazon profile in Chartmill in the description box below. And if not, you can find the link to our affiliate link to Chartmill on the About page on our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. If you go to the bottom, in the link section, you can find our affiliate link to Chartmill, and or in the trading tools section of the links on our homepage, beachbumtrading.com. Bum without the U. You'll find our link to Chartmill. So once there, you can put the ticker symbol in the search and get to this profile. So if we take a quick look at the overview of Amazon.com as of March 3rd, we can see the technical rating right now is very poor. It's a poor setup, a neutral setup right now. Again, the market's been in decline. Amazon is considered a mega cap FANG stock, so it has experienced a lot of profit taking recently, and so has declined. So right now the technical setup is not very good. We can see their valuation. It's high. You know, they're overvalued essentially. However, they're highly profitable. It's showing a little bit negative below average health rating and a little above average growth rating. Again, Amazon's a mega cap FANG stock, 1.5 trillion at this time. You see the PE ratio is very high, 71. So again, that's why the valuation is poor. It's just got a very high valuation right now. Again, we talked about Amazon was founded in 1994 and some of the businesses that they're in. So if we take a quick look at their stock chart, the setup, again, it said it was a poor setup. We can see it's been in decline, broke down through its moving averages. There's a downward trend line here. It bounced off of that, and now it's kind of forming a wedge going forward, it looks like. So if we zoom out a little bit to the weekly, again, we can see that it had a major run up. Obviously, it benefited enormously from the lockdown, from the pandemic. Everyone was buying and getting everything delivered via Amazon, so they had a big boost there. Then it settled in, reopening. It suffered from reopenings because, again, people thought, okay, people don't have to order everything from Amazon, so it declined, and then has recently broke down with the decline in the markets, a lot of profit taking, etc. And now it seems to be following this lower trend line right now. So again, the setup right now is not overly positive from a chart technical analysis standpoint. Again, I'll zoom out once more. We can see a longer term trend. Again, very, very positive, very high growth. Here's the boost from the pandemic, flattened out, declined. We can see the long-term trend line. Here's the long-term average. So one could expect it to settle in along those trends for a longer term. So if we quickly, again, we're probably going to see the technical analysis is pretty negative. So setup, yeah, it's a 2 out of 10, so it's poor. It's one of the better performing stocks. Again, the setup's not very good. High volume, very liquid stock, and $1.5 trillion stock, so there's plenty of liquidity, etc. If we look at the fundamentals, it's kind of average, 5 out of 10. We see return on assets is good, highly profitable, generate a lot of cash flow, which is good. Return on equity is good. Again, it's overvalued. The PE ratio is high, very expensive. PEG ratio very high. Again, it's highly overvalued. So the valuation is very poor. Growth is positive. Earnings per share is positive. Again, it's considered, a growth FANG stock. So again, when growth stocks get punished, Amazon gets punished along with them, even though it generates tons of cash. It's generally pretty healthy. It's Altman Z, very positive. So they have no liquidity problems, etc. But their ratios are not the greatest. So their health is somewhat negative. It does not pay a dividend directly. We can see the stock price, is in the 3,000s. So if we take a quick look at the analyst ratings, we see, vastly buy. So strong buys, a couple holds, no sells. So yeah, again, it's very positive. 61 analysts, mostly strong buys and buys, and it's been consistent and improving. So it's very well thought of, etc. We'll take a look at the financials, etc. in Webull, because I like the graphs in Webull a little better than Chartmill, but hopefully that gives you a really quick due diligence on an overview of Amazon. Okay, if we quickly continue our due diligence in Webull, I'm on the stocks screen on the online version of Webull. I brought up the Amazon profile. You should be able to find a link to Webull in the description box below, or again, if not, you can find a link to Webull at the bottom in the link section on our About page of our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. You'll find a link to Webull. You can get free stocks. Also in the trading platforms section of the links on our homepage at beachbumtrading.com, bum without the U. So once you get to Webull, go to the stock screen, enter the symbol. It'll bring up the stock screen, and at the bottom of the stock screen there's the panel where I really like to be able to do the due diligence in this lower panel. You can see the recent news for due diligence. I look at the financials. We can see their various financial statements, how they've been doing relative to expectations. We can see generally they've beaten expectations, although in Q3 of 21 they missed expectations. That probably triggered part of that decline that we saw, and then we saw just in Q4 they have beaten expectations, so that's very positive. Balance sheet, they have been missing expectations until recently, and they actually their balance sheet was actually better than expected in Q4. So it looks like mixed results for Q4. Again, cash flow, it's been mixed. They've missed a couple times. So again, what this tells us is going into an earnings report, I would, if you're short-term swinging, etc., I would be a little bit careful, because they missed some of their expected earnings results, and that could have a negative short-term impact on the stock. In the long run, and it doesn't impact it as dramatically, but short-term, be careful at earnings report dates if you're a short-term trader on Amazon. So again, financial ratios, again, we're seeing mixed kind of results here. So we look at their income statement, net income, there was a little bit of a dip in Q3, flat dip, and now an increase. So that's very positive, because Q4, well, that's holiday season, so that was extremely positive. So that's good. Revenue, similarly, Q4 was very positive. Otherwise, high, then flat, declining, and now very positive. Operating income declining, so that could be a little bit of a concern. That's declining. Balance sheets generally not too bad. Total assets increasing, liabilities increasing a little bit, but the ratio is declining, so that's good. Look at their cash flow, very large during the pandemic, dropped off, and now recovering. That's a good sign. Investing, they do invest in a number of other companies, so that is significant to them, but it's not their core business. And then financing was negative, turned positive. So we'll see the analysts again. Here we see 57 analysts in Webull, strong buys. We see currently their prices here, 3,040 something. We can see the high averages are of 5,000, 4,100 is the average, so it's got a little bit of room, but it's a little bit more downside than upside from an analyst standpoint. So short interest is declined a little bit. It's not short squeeze type stock. It's a huge market cap. Institutional holdings increased, so that's positive. Some decreased. And then we can see inflows, outflows. So there's been a lot of outflow that shows the decline in the stock price, etc. Again, I think that's a lot of profit taking, and the pressure from the overall market and the perception that it's a growth stock and gets pressured down with growth stock. It's a FANG stock, mega cap stock. It's going to be in a lot of ETFs. So that it could get pressured when there's a sell-off in some of these large ETFs as well. You see press releases, corporate actions. It's going to have plenty of liquidity and options. So if you want to sell covered calls, it doesn't pay a dividend, but you can generate your own dividend by selling covered calls against it. And again, you're going to have good liquidity. So that's a very positive thing. Now, if we quickly also look at the chart in Webull, if we look at the 1 year chart, we're going to see similar behavior. If I go back farther, we had the big run up. Here's the flat period. Here's the recent decline with profit taking again. Once we hit December, had a lot of profit taking, got into a downtrending market, got a lot of pressure on growth stocks, mega cap, high PE stocks. Looks like it recently bounced and now is kind of flat, but it's again going to be under pressure from a declining market in a shorter term. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the due diligence, the technical analysis on Amazon. Short term, it doesn't look like a good swing trade, doesn't look like a good short-term trade. Obviously, due to the liquidity, day trade, if you see it, it does make big moves. So it's potential to short it on a down day and long it on an up day for shorter-term scalps, day trades, etc. But right now, for a shorter-term swing trade, it does not look very good. So now let's talk about the long-term investment opportunities for Amazon. Okay, I just want to very quickly talk about my opinions regarding the future of Amazon as an input to whether Amazon might be a good long-term investment for you. I'm not going to go in a lot of detail, so if you want to talk about this in more detail, please contact me directly through our websites, etc., and we can talk about any of this and so much more in more detail. But bottom line is Jeff Bezos was a visionary and made Amazon a disruptor in the whole retail industry. Been very successful. Again, he's very visionary and has put together all the pieces necessary to just totally disrupt retail, and they want to own the whole retail landscape. So again, Bezos was terribly visionary, great leader. Now he stepped down, and the guy that took over Amazon was now the guy that developed their AWS and their cloud platform. We'll have to see if he carries along that visionary view in terms of Amazon being a growth stock. It may or may not continue to be a major growth stock. It may transform to be more of an operational cash flow type stock, which is not a negative thing from a long-term investment standpoint. Again, they don't currently pay a dividend, but again, if we're talking about an operating company generating a lot of cash flow, there is the potential for something like that in the future. So again, just some of the areas, I mean, we saw at the bottom of their homepage, they have all kinds of businesses. They span the entire retail landscape. They're trying to own the home, so from the consumer all through the retail logistics chain back to the consumer's doorstep. They're building the entire platform to be able to efficiently and effectively do that in the most cost-effective manner and generate a lot of money. So again, I'm not going to talk a lot about this in detail. There's just so much, but they started out in books, and now they've got book readers, they've got audio books, etc. They've got self-publishing, so they own that entire industry. Then they developed AWS and cloud to essentially support their e-commerce business, is where that came from. And again, I have quite a bit of personal experience in this area. We can talk about it in more detail if you want, but they also have a government cloud that is very popular with defense contractors. They're one of the Microsoft and Amazon are the two that are primarily the cloud platforms in the government space, and you'll hear about the JEDI contract, etc. They're also very strong in AI/ML. Again, I could talk about this in a lot of detail. I have a personal experience working in these areas, and again, I just recently attended their conference on some of their Innovate conference on some of the developments in this area if you want to know more. A lot of good things coming out of this, and now they're making money with something they developed to support their business. Similarly, there's an opportunity in logistics. You may have heard they're investigating drone delivery, delivering packages to your home via drones. They're hiring independent drivers to deliver packages, etc. They got into grocery. They bought Whole Foods. In my opinion, they bought that as essentially a warehouse, a logistics point for grocery. Amazon Prime, you're probably familiar. Now it's a subscription business, and they're really using other means, their movies, etc., to attract people to subscribe to Amazon Prime, which generates consistent cash flow. Again, all very positive, all part of the plan. They're also getting into finance. They've got a partnership with a firm for buy now, pay later. So again, now they're supporting all the financing for that, and they're making money off of financing the purchases through all their systems. So again, they're just owning the entire retail landscape. And again, they use this as a platform, so they sell these services to other businesses. So again, they're just a phenomenal company. From their visionary, they're putting the pieces to the puzzle together, and they are going to own it. They were first to market with all of these things, Walmart, etc. Target up trying to play catch up, but Amazon has a clear lead, and they have the platform to support it, and everybody else is trying to catch up and build that platform. So again, this is just my opinion, not financial advice. None of this is. But in terms of a long-term investment, I think Amazon's a great stock for a long-term investment. It may, again, not be the level of growth that we saw during the pandemic, etc., but there are so many opportunities for them to generate cash flow. My only concern, again, is with Andy Jaffrey taking over from Jeff Bezos. Does he have that visionary mindset to put this puzzle together like Jeff envisioned? Now, Jeff is still executive chair, so he's got that direction. So that's my only concern, and that's what you'll have to watch is does Andy Jaffrey and his successors share Jeff Bezos' vision, and can they execute on it? So I hope this all helps. I hope you like this video, and please smash the like button. Please subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you think. Again, contact me directly if you want to know any more in any of these areas or other areas about Amazon. Again, I have significant personal experience working with them, and if you want to hear more about that, you can contact me also through either of the Discords. That would be great. So good luck, and have a great trading day. Bye. The content of this video was produced by BeachBum Trading. We hope you will choose to also join us in the BeachBum Trading community and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at our homepage at beachbumtrading.com, the bum without the U. Similarly on Twitter, BeachBum Trading, bum without the U. On Facebook and in our BeachBum Trading Facebook group. Please follow us on Pinterest and on Instagram. All of the links to our social media sites will be included in the description box below, and we hope you will choose to subscribe to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel and follow us on social media. Thank you. We also cordially want to invite you to our new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server, where we can have discussions on all topics related to trading, success in trading, investing, etc. You can see alerts when we make trades, changes to our watch lists, etc. So again, please join us in the new BeachBum Trading Community Discord server. You should be able to find a link in the description box below. You could also find a link in the social media category on our webpage, beachbumtrading.com, without the bum without the U. and also in the link section on the About page of our YouTube channel, etc. So again, we look forward to seeing you in the BeachBum Trading Community Discord server soon. Wave and say hello. Thank you again for watching our video. We hope that you liked it. If so, please smash the like button, give us a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to our BeachBum Trading YouTube channel. Please share this video with your fellow traders and friends. And please give us your feedback and any recommendations for improvement in the comments section below. And let us know what else we can do to help you in your trading career. Thank you again, good luck, and have a great trading day. If you like this video, we hope you will choose to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the box in the upper left hand corner. You can watch another video like this by clicking on the box in the lower right hand corner, and we have a whole playlist of videos like this that you can access via the box in the upper right hand corner. Our latest video is available in the box in the lower left hand corner. We hope you like this and have a great day.